Coming up, we'll take a look at the new leaders in our school and district.
We'll also check in with some new teachers and take a look at our sports. I'm Libby Gowan.
And I'm Sam Kiklak. Welcome to the Bulldog Weekly. Welcome back to the Bulldog Weekly. Today is September 10th, 2018.
We've got a great show planned. First, Braden Calvert with World News.
Thanks, Libby. President Trump has announced that the United States will be renegotiating the North Atlantic Free Trade Agreement known as NAFTA, first put into place by President Bill Clinton in 1994. It is one of the largest trade agreements in the United States as it regulates all trade between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Trump has cited that the agreement is unfair for Americans and that he wishes to remove Canada from the agreement if it is not fixed. Although he faces major backlash from Congress, the president started negotiations to rewrite the deal with Mexican President Enrique Nieto back in August. That's it for this week's World News. I'm Braden Calvert. Back to the desk.
Quiz Bowl tryouts will be held in room 2306 during A&E on Wednesday. Those accepted onto the team are expected to attend weekly practices and several Saturday tournaments.
Students who will be 18 before November 6th may register to vote either today or tomorrow outside the cafeteria during all lunches. In order to register, you must have your driver's license or the last 4 digits of your social security number.
It's a new school year with some big changes,
especially in the FHS administration and its leadership. Evan has the story.
There are some big changes coming to FHS, one of the biggest being our new principal. Dr. Jay Dostal comes all the way from Nebraska and has some exciting new plans for our school.
So just some immediate things that you may or may not have noticed this year, but we recognize that we had an issue up in Bulldog lobby where we had students who were leaving the school to go over to athletics or during the day, especially where buses pick up. We hired a full-time security guard up there. So we have a person stationed at that door every single day to help increase safety and security in the building. One of the other things that I noticed when I got here was IDs. Now, I know there might be rumors out there, well, what about student IDs, because other school districts around us have moved to something like that. We started simple, and you'll see that our staff is wearing ID cards now. You know, when you have such a large building, some of the adults, teachers in this building, may not make it to the other side of the building during the day. They may not know another adult in the building, and it's easy to recognize an ID and say, okay, they're supposed to be here. Well, so I spent the last 8 years in a school half this size, but prior to that I was an assistant principal in a school the same size as Fayetteville High School. So I've been around large schools my entire life. I like the size of school. I like the number of kids. I like the number of opportunities. You know, I grew up in Nebraska where the majority of schools are, you know, they have graduating classes of about 30, 40 kids in each class. That's a far cry from what we have here at Fayetteville High School. So I think that the difference is that you know, kids have plenty of opportunities to get involved. They don't have to say that they don't have anywhere to go or they don't fit in. There's plenty of things to do. I think that my job as a principal then is to highlight those opportunities and tell that story.
Dr. Dostal, we're excited to have you with us. For the Bulldog Weekly, I'm Evan Bridges. Back to the desk.
FHS is looking forward to the improvements Dr. Dostal is bringing to the table.
Order forms and payment for the class of 2019 t-shirts are due this Friday, September 14th. You may turn in your order forms to Miss Angela Clark in room 3304 or Miss Chris Clark in room 2210. All proceeds will help fund Project Graduation and Friends.
If you would like to have your art, writing, or photography featured in the award-winning FHS Literary Magazine, submit to connotations at fayettevilleconnotations.org.
Senior meeting and financial aid night will be hosted by the senior class counselors from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. on September 12th in the FHS Performing Arts Center. All seniors and their families are welcome to attend.
After the break, more student announcements, and we'll take a look at some of the new teachers around the school, as well as our new superintendent.
So what are we doing in math? I wasn't there.
Well, we had a sub-last class, so we did this packet and we had to do this word search, but no one really finished, so I think we're gonna have to do it next class.
Oh, we gotta go.
Okay, let's go.
A reminder to all students that food is not permitted to be delivered to the school at any time.
Seniors eligible for the National Honor Society received their invitations through advisory on August 30th. The deadline to apply for National Honor Society is Thursday, September 13th, before 8:50 a.m. Applications should be turned in to Aaron Johnson in room 2013. Applications can be found on the National Honor Society's Google site.
The FHS PTSO is hosting a Spirit Night at Bliss Cupcakes on September 12th. Say you're with FHS and part of the proceeds will be donated to the PTSO.
Among changes to the local FHS administration, there has been a big change in the Fayetteville School District.
We welcome Dr. John L. Colbert into the superintendent position in the Fayetteville Public School District this year.
Fayetteville Public Schools has a new leader. Dr. Colbert has served the district for over 4 decades and has moved up the ladder beginning as a special education teacher at Bates Elementary. Now Dr. Colbert has reached the top of the ladder as superintendent.
I'm from a small town called Rondo, Arkansas. I graduated from Barden High School, the valedictorian of that school. That's the first African American. And during that, my junior year, I was the vice president of student council. And I was all into helping other students, making sure they were, learning just like I was. So I started what we call a tutorial program back in the day that we could tutor those students who were having academic problems. And so because of the tutoring and because of the bus driver situation and how kids responded to me, that sealed my faith of what I wanted to do later on in college. And so I decided that I was going to go to college and major in education. Since I always worked with kids who had academic problems, I decided to do special ed.
During his career here in Fayetteville, Dr. Colbert settled down and opened up Holcomb Elementary.
Yes, when I went over to Holcomb in 1985, it was kind of an experience that I think every principal would like to do. And so I just feel fortunate that I had that opportunity to go in and start from ground up. It was real fresh. I had the opportunity to hire my own staff and put that staff together so that we could be the best staff in the district. And so that was very exciting,
Now, in the superintendent position, Dr. Colbert looks forward to the opportunities that Fayetteville High offers for thousands of students.
You have to realize that in order to be a very successful district, and especially a high school, you must have good teachers, you must have outstanding students, and you must have different student activities for students to be engaged in. Because we know that if we keep students engaged, they will do very well academically. And so engagement would be sports, be color guards, it'd be cheerleader, it'd be pom-pom, it'd be acting, it'd be studio, students like yourselves. And so all of those are very important. And I just feel very fortunate that we do have a very diverse opportunity for kids to choose from in order to find their niche, because everyone is not a football player. Everyone is not a track star. Everyone is not an actor. Everyone is not into computer. But the good thing is that we have those choices to allow students to select the areas that they feel that, hey, this is what I like to do.
Dr. Colbert is known throughout Fayetteville and Arkansas as a leader in both school and university communities. Dr. Colbert has been a cornerstone in the district, and we wish him well during his tenure as superintendent. For FHS TV, I'm Carter Gray.
Dr. Colbert, we're excited to have you with us, and we wish you the best of luck.
Ms. Hires, Coach Fife, and Coach Peterson will be hosting a trip to Ecuador and the Galapagos Islands in July of 2019. There will be an informational meeting on Wednesday, September 12th from 5:30 to 6:30 in room 3418. Those attending are asked to park on Bulldog Boulevard and enter through the Bulldog lobby. With any additional questions, email Ms. Hires at suki.hires@g.fair.net.
Class officer speeches will be held on September 14th for freshmen and seniors. Sophomores and juniors will deliver their speeches on September 18th.
Teachers come and go, but their primary goal remains the same: teach students to the best of their abilities.
At Fayetteville High School, we have some of the best teachers in the country, and every year, new teachers settle into their classrooms and begin their journey.
A new school year not only brings new students, but also new teachers. We went around the school and asked a few of these new teachers to share some of their first week experiences.
I teach biology, mainly 10th graders and 9th graders. I teach both regular pre-AP and accelerated pre-AP.
So this is my 6th year teaching. I've spent 5 years in the Bentonville Public Schools.
The first week went pretty well. A little stressful just getting started, getting into the swing of things. Some of the ups have been just seeing students really get involved in the lessons and really start to develop an interest for the subject matter. Hasn't been too many downs, mainly just getting everything done on time, getting all the grading done, things like that.
The new teachers of the school speak about how they have not run into any behavioral issues with the students. They say the students are respectful and well behaved. They embody the RISE standards.
I will have to say, overall, the students at Fayetteville High School have been amazing.
I hope that my teaching and this school year goes great. I really hope that I can connect with every student and help them develop an appreciation for science and appreciation for the environment. I look forward to what the rest of the school year has to bring. We've got some really exciting, engaging activities planned.
I've had 0 behavior issues. I've had so much fun with the students so far, so I'm excited for the rest of this year.
Although the experiences vary from teacher to teacher, one thing is for sure: they all love their students. For the Bulldog Weekly, I'm Libby Gowan.
Looks like the school year is off to a great start.
It sure is. And now, Elizabeth Willits with sports.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Sports Report. Our football dogs started off the season strong with a road win against the St. John Vianney team in Missouri, and last week's 45-31 win against Oklahoma's 6A state champs from Owasso. The football team enjoyed a bye week last week, but are back in action this Friday night in Bryant, starting at 7. This Thursday, the volleyball team plays here at FHS against the Springdale Bulldogs at 7. The golf team also faces Springdale this week. We wish everyone good luck, and as always, don't forget to come out and support the Bulldogs. That's it for this week's Sports Report. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Elizabeth. That's all we have for this edition of the Bulldog Weekly. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at FHS-TV-Fayetteville High to see all new shows and live events.
And check out our Instagram at FHS Bulldog TV to stay up to date with the news around the school and in the community. I'm Sam Kicklack.
And I'm Libby Gowan. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
I'm not crazy.
I remember that. You.
No, I don't want you to touch me, okay?
Ah! I'm over the antics. Let's go. Welcome to the Bulldog Weekly. She's really crying.